Hey, I'm Jen Thoden with YourColorStyle.com, and welcome to Q&A Wednesday. Today's question is, Hi Jen, thank you for offering to answer a question. What I would like to know more about is how we can adapt our colors as we age. We become aware that we are losing some of our pigmentation. How will this affect us? I would like to say thank you for your amazing videos on YouTube. They are a real eye-opener. Wishing you a wonderful and happy new year, Josephine. Oh, well, thank you so much for that compliment. It makes me very happy to know that they're helping you understand what colors look best on you. So I thank you for that. She also edited with little X's, so X's and hugs back to you. So let's talk about aging a little bit. So we are probably at our most vibrant when we're in our 20s and 30s, and of course when we're children. But everything changes, our coloring changes as we get older, even from when we're children. So a lot of people ask me, well, does it make sense to have your colors done when you're 7 or 8? And my opinion is no. First of all, children are going to wear whatever they want anyway. And really, I would wait until your child is in their teens when they start to care about what they're wearing, and that their coloring is a little bit more stable for at least a little while. I can tell you that my daughter, who has very dark hair and dark eyes now, was very, very blonde when she was little. So our coloring is constantly changing. As we get into our 20s and 30s, you might have even gotten your colors done and been typed as probably a season. And then now you might be in your 40s and 50s, you might discover that a lot of those colors aren't working so well for you anymore. And especially when you get into your 50s, 60s, and 70s, those colors aren't feeling right at all. So what's happening? Well, as we get older, we start to soften up. The vibrancy of our colors starts to soften. We're losing pigment, or we are graying, we are softening in our vibrancy, and we're cooling off. And yes, this is true. You could be typed as someone who has warm undertones, like an autumn, when you were 20. And now that you're 50, and you had your colors done by me, I might actually tell you that you're cool. And the reason that is because you've cooled off as you've gotten older. And this is different though for everyone. So I don't want you to take this as, oh, well, I'm 50 or 60 years old and I must be cool now. That's not the case. Everybody's very different in how they age. Many people who are winters, very dark hair and bright blue eyes, very high contrast individuals might still very well be that same type when they're 60. Okay, so everybody's different. So here is kind of my rule of thumb. As you're getting older, as you're graying and you're softening and you're not as vibrant as you were, when you start to get to at least 50% gray, meaning that if you let your hair naturally go gray and your hair is starting to look more gray, or maybe you're 100% like silver and it's a mix, something like that, that's when you really need to really pay attention to what colors you can wear now. It is very possible that as you've lightened up, the darker colors don't look good on you anymore. They start to get heavy. My rule of thumb is to wear colors that are no darker than your darkest feature. So if you once had very dark hair and you're trying to wear those same colors, now that you have very light gray hair, you might feel those colors don't feel right anymore. And it's because they're too dark. So I don't necessarily want you to go softer in your coloring with the colors that you wear, because that might actually pull you further over into the gray area and drain you of color. What I recommend to people as they start becoming more dominantly gray, whether it's their hair, their overall softness of their coloring, is to start to focus more on the lighter colors and keep them bright. So in the color fan, if you have a bright and warm color fan, choose the colors that are more on the lighter spectrum. If the C, which is the brightest color, is too bright for you, then just don't wear that one. But keep everything else light and bright, and that will give you lift into your coloring and brighten you up versus kind of draining you. Okay, but again, everybody is different. And if you only have a little bit of grays, well, lucky you, and don't worry about it so much because, but as you are, cooling off and softening as you age, I highly recommend you get your colors done again, because even though you had them done when you were 20 and 30, now that you're 40 or 50 or 60, you might want to have them done again to kind of recalibrate where you are with your coloring. I hope that helps. If you have a question for me, please post a comment on the YouTube video, or if you are a subscriber to the newsletter, which you can do at yourcolorstyle.com, you can post a question to me through email. If you're trying to figure out what color type you are, I highly recommend the quiz out on yourcolorstyle.com/quiz. It's absolutely free, and I've also customized that quiz. So if you are someone who is dominantly gray, you're going to find a section of the quiz that's just for you. So yourcolorstyle.com/quiz, and I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.